on the chase, we hollin', bring that fool home. LA Clowncil circus, we blowin' clouds while they fly. Smoke with Dame in Mortal Kombat, finish him, don't stop. Smoking scared, yeah, smoking scared. Weed in the air, no handouts, just facts, man. Smoking scared, smoking scared. Weed in the air, no handouts, just facts, man. Letting fires up, that Martinez gas, purple in the pack. Rounds hitting hard, we blazing through the night, no turning back. Scan the crackling loud, stolen ride, doing donuts on the 4-5. Jippies closing in, we screaming spike strip, take his ass alive. No sob stories here, no poor me victim parade. We watch the perp eat asphalt, laugh hard, but the crowd gets paid. Virtue signal clowns can keep their tears in blue checks. We pass the Dutchie left, stay high, stay checked. Like that blood passed around, smoking skin in the zone. Jippies on the chase, we hollin', bring that fool home. LA Clowncil circus, we blowing clouds while they fly. Smoke with Dame in Mortal Kombat, finish him, don't stop. Smoking scared, smoking scared. Weed in the air, no handouts, just facts, man. Smoking scared, smoking scared. Weed in the air, no handouts, just facts, man. City council look like clowns, fighting over scraps. Two shrimp dropping truth bombs, Herman keeping his straps. Spiller calling out the grip, real ones hold the line. Harry going off, laser lady spitting fire every time. Where the rover dogs go, ghosted like cowards in the mist. Bring Harlan and Sachs, backstream ain't the same without that twist. Radios recusing, dodging every hot spot. Knock will shut your damn mouth, talk less, listen a lot. Like that blood passed around, smoking scan in the zone. Jippies on the chase, we hollin', bring that fool home. LA Clowncil circus, we blowing clouds while they fly. Smoke with Dame in Mortal Kombat, finish him, don't stop. Smoking scared, smoking scared. Weed in the air, no handouts, just facts, man. Smoking scared, smoking scared. Weed in the air, no handouts, just facts, man. No free cheese, no begging for the government's crust. We roll our own, keep it real, leave the handouts in the dust. Laugh at the woke parade, crying on every feed while we watch live chasers, popcorn popping, getting green. Damon got the sesh locked, scanner blasting through the night. Perp crashes epic, hope that fool learns wrong from right. No safe space nonsense, just smoke truth and middle fingers to the sky. Smoking scared forever, pass it, stay high. Smoking scared, Jippies on the hunt, we blowing clouds, tamers and finishes. Smoking scared, smoking scared, smoking scared. Smoking scared. Smoking scared.
Hello?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Yes, they're back. They're back. They were back yesterday. I missed one show. So today we're going to watch the live show, which is starting any moment. We should have started 2 minutes ago or so. And then we'll go back and we'll watch yesterday's public comment, which, you know, is only 30 minutes. So we'll kind of do a double show today. Song should be on the radio. Yeah, Skyforge did a great job with this song, man. Shout out to Skyforge. My only qualm is it's long. It's a true song. It's a real song. You know what I mean? I wish I could cut it a little and make it a smaller intro, you know, so we could play it all the time. But it's okay. We can play it for this stuff. Let's go.
Today is Wednesday, the 25th day of March in the year 2026. Mr. Clerk, if we can begin our proceedings by calling the roll.
Blumenfield, Harris Dawson, Hernandez, Hutt, Gerardo, Lee, McOsker, Nazarian, Padilla, Park, Price, Rahman, Rodriguez, Soto Martinez, Yaroslavsky, 11 members and a quorum, Mr. President.
All right, first order of business.
Approval of the minutes of March 24th, 2026.
It's already here.
Councilmember Yaroslavsky moves. Councilmember Nazarian seconds. What's next?
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Councilmember Soto Martinez moves. Councilmember Jurado seconds. Can we run through our agenda?
Items 1 through 3 are items noticed for public hearing. Items 4 through 44 are items for which public hearings have been held. Items 45 through 69 are items for which public hearings have not been held. For item number 69, the Budget and Finance Committee report has been circulated and posted online to Council File number 21-1188-S13. Items 70 and 71 are closed session items for which public hearings have not been held. 10 votes are required for consideration.
All right, without objection, those items will be
I'm going to link it on my Twitter later. It's not on
the
SoundCloud. It's on some other site I don't know. Sono or something? S-O-N-O or something like that.
Councilmember Rodriguez, special. You're on the queue.
Not quite sure.
Yes.
Thank you, Eclipse,
item
for the
9
Twitch Prime for
comments.
6 months.
Okay.
Let's go, Eclipse.
44, move the revised draft ordinance dated
Hi, Dad. Hi, Dirt.
3/24/26 that includes the urgency clause and hold for comments as well. Item 20, I'd like to strike recommendation 3 in the Plum report.
Second.
Apparently not. Gus,
deletion.
everybody turned on
All
him
right.
quick.
Councilmember Soto Martinez.
Thanks so much, Mr. President.
I don't know how they
Item
didn't
number
find
6
this
and
out
7
long
for
time
separate
ago.
vote, and 10 for an amendment.
10 for amendment. Okay. All right. I got Councilmember Nazarian.
Thank you, Council President. I'd like to call item 1 special for comments, please. And the second item, it's going to be a bit long. For item 46, I'd like to bifurcate recommendation 4 in the CAO report dated February 27, attachment 6, page 1, item 3, that reads appropriate from the UB reserve for mid-year adjustments 2.2 million for city
I'm sure
attorney
it's more than
outside
just
counsel.
allegation. I mean,
For a separate vote, please.
again,
there a
they
second?
did the same to all the other
Is there a
statues,
second?
right?
Councilmember Jurado,
Of
seconds.
American Patriots.
Thank you.
All right, you
Tore
got
the
any other
statues
ones?
down due to
That's it?
allegations.
Okay, Councilmember Jurado. Same one. All right, Councilmember Hutt.
Thank you, Mr. President.
And I'm guessing they were
I'd like to
quiet
call
about it.
item
They didn't
10
say a
and 12
damn
for
word about it
comments,
yesterday.
For CD1.
Okay, on behalf of CD1. Any other specials members? Councilmember Yaroslavsky.
Thank you. Yeah, for item 8, I'd like to ask that this item be referred to Budget and Finance Committee. This is an unbudgeted general fund
Why not
request
cancel
to be
everybody,
brought to the
Gusto?
Questioning Committee.
Why not cancel
I
me?
believe we have the support of the bringer of the motion.
Okay.
And is there a second?
I'll second.
On item 19, have an amendment that will be circulating shortly.
And really quickly, guys.
And then I'd like to call item 46 special. This is the FSR for a very brief presentation by the CAO. And 4 technical amendments, one which is being brought on behalf of Councilmember Blumenfield, who's absent today. That will
Of
be
course,
circulated
Blumenfield is
shortly.
absent.
And then I'd like to move
course he-
47, the BNF report for 47, and for 49, I'm going to ask that it go forthwith.
And is there a second to the BF report?
So now,
47.
God damn it. So now really quickly, guys, really fast, I'll let it go in a second. But this guy was crying oppression, as he always likes to do. He loves to race bait and everything. You know, everything's the white man's fault. A white man came down and made him do everything. Yeah. He was crying about how he got pulled over so many times, like twice in one day, and that's why I was late to the meeting and all this, that, and the other. And I called bullshit. Well, the police commission's now called bullshit. And they're going and finding the videos of these traffic stops to see if it was even true. I can't wait.
Got that, clerk?
I can't wait.
Councilwoman Hutt seconding that.
I'd
And
love
then
to see
for
that
item
fake
I'm sorry, the
oppression
last one?
stomped
Sure.
out.
It's
the best.
Budget and Finance report being
49,
moved.
49 forthwith.
So much fake oppression going
and then
on in
items
this world.
69 through 71 were considered by the Budget and Finance Committee on March 23rd, and I recommend approval of these items.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. Any other specials members? All right, Mr. Clerk, where does that
You'll
leave
never
us with
want to
regard
be
to
any named.
items available for votes at this time?
You never
The
want to
items
be
that council may
any
vote on
street
are items
after MLK
4
at
through
night?
5,
I don't get it. Okay.
11, 13 through 18, 21 through 43.
All right, let's open the roll on those items. Close the roll. Tabulate the
Of course,
vote.
it's. Well, I don't know if it's scripted, but
Right.
it's definitely
All right, what's next?
bullshit.
The council may now move on to public comment.
I don't know if they're
All right,
smart
we
enough
have
to
an
read
announcement.
scripts. You could give them
from
scripts, and I don't
Mr.
think
Lee
they
of
know
the
how to
clerk's
read
office.
it. They're that dumb. Do you remember Nithya Raman, who's running for mayor,
Thank
didn't
you,
even
Mr.
know her
President.
left from her right?
You know,
She had to
colleagues,
look at her
I am,
hands and say,
so proud to have in council chambers today
Right.
someone who has made a real impact and difference in the North San Fernando
50.
Valley. David Hartmeyer, as we recognize him and celebrate his incredible career ahead of his retirement. For more than 4 decades, David has dedicated his life to the mission of the YMCA. This has not simply been a career for him, it has been a calling. He believes deeply in what the YMCA stands for, and that belief is reflected in every program that he has built over the years, every family he has supported, and every young person he has helped guide. Throughout his career, David has stepped into leadership during critical moments, ensuring that essential programs at the North Valley YMCA that families in our community rely on not only continued, but also expanded.
Hi, Melinda. I'm good. How are you?
He has reached more families year after year through his
He
efforts.
is Gaza.
Today, under his
Sorry.
leadership, the North Valley YMCA serves more than 10,000 individuals each year through childcare, youth sports, swim
Maybe,
lessons,
Gusto.
physical education, and enrichment programs. And just last year, that impact expanded even further with the operation of the San Fernando Gardens Community Center, serving families in Pacoima, Silmar, and San Fernando. Today is about recognizing that impact and celebrating a career defined by service, leadership, and a deep commitment to our community. Today, if anybody knows anything about me, you know about my involvement with the YMCA through the years and the incredible impact it's had on me and my family. I've gone through many different programs with my family, but the one that sticks out most is the Y Guys program. It's a camping program where I went with my daughter and my son, and it's been just such an incredible part of my life. And David, David, who is joined by his wife Judith, and his daughter Brittany, and also, can I have his wife family stand up? His
She
wife
doesn't
family
look like a
and friends stand
Brittany.
up, who are celebrating David with us today.
Chick on the end's
David,
great.
you
Look at her.
have been an
Look how
extended
she's
part
dressed.
of our office here in Council District 12. We want to thank you for, we want to thank you for everything that
Sharon.
you've given the North San Fernando Valley YMCA and wish you all the best in your next chapter. And while we are sad to see you leave,
Appreciate you,
we want
Sharon.
to congratulate you on a well-earned
Hi, Art.
retirement. So,
Good job.
YMCA is
thank
getting
Council
Do I get to do a
President.
speech now?
I live there.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lee, and congratulations. Thank you all for being with us this morning, and thank you to the YMC family.
Was it YMCA?
Councilmember Nazarian.
Yeah, I was caught off guard. I didn't even know we were going to do a presentation. So I'm just going to keep it brief and say, although David is concluding his career in North Valley YMCA, let's not forget that most of his career has been in the East San Fernando Valley YMCA. Thank you very much for everything you've done and the snippet of time that we overlapped when I was board member at East Valley. Thank you so much, and thank you to the family for allowing him to be with us and do the wonderful work that he did. Thank you.
As you can see, Mr. President, he's had an impact throughout the San Fernando Valley, and I just want to say, Dave, on behalf of the entire City Council, we wanted to present you with this proclamation.
YMCA, very
saying
good,
thank you
David.
for all your
Okay.
years of service, not only to the YMCA, but the entire San Fernando Valley. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, I agree, Oscar. He's a liar about everything.
All right, with that, I'll ask the
lot of
city
the-
attorney to prepare us for public
Especially
comment
black
for this morning's
Democrats.
meeting.
They love to race bait.
President.
This one, someone
People
came,
providing
made me
public
down,
comment,
do this, and
when
this
it's your
one
turn to
done
speak,
happened. and
Please state which of the agenda items you'd
They
like
love
to speak
to cry.
You will have 1
They
minute
should
per
all be
item,
sponsored by
up to 3
Kleenex.
minutes total for the
Hakeem
items
Jeffries,
open for public
all of
comment.
them.
When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on
It's always a
topic.
white man that took
Our
them
goal
down
is to get
also.
through as many
Always
speaks
the
as we
white
can.
man.
If you are not on topic, or if we cannot tell
Always.
that you are on topic, you will get one brief warning from me or the council president. At that point, you need to get immediately and clearly on topic. If you do not do so, or if you again stray off topic, you will forfeit the rest of your speaking time and we will move on to the next speaker. The items open for public comment on the agenda are items 1 through 3 and items 45 through 71.
His hair looks
So
terrible,
again,
bro. Look at that
The items
back.
that are open for public comment on the
at the
agenda
back of it right
are
now.
items 1 through 3 and items 45 through 71. Members of the public may also speak for up to 1 minute for general public comment. During general public comment, members of the public may speak to any of the items or anything else in the city's subject matter jurisdiction. I have a couple more announcements. If I could please have the interpreters make this first one aloud to the room. If you require a Spanish language interpreter, please make sure to pause every few sentences so the interpreters can interpret.
Si necesitan interpretación en español, por favor pausen después de cada frase para darle al intérprete la oportunidad de traducir.
Don't worry, we will pause your time while the interpreters are interpreting, so you will get the same amount of time as everyone else. Thank you.
Y no se preocupen, les pausaremos el tiempo mientras el intérprete está hablando, entonces recibirán la misma cantidad de tiempo que las otras personas. Gracias.
Oh, for sure,
Additionally,
Doug T.
if
I
you've
agree.
made an accommodation request
I agree.
pursuant to the ADA with the clerk's office, or if you would like to
Oh,
make
we
one
know.
in order to make
We,
use
the
of the
people, know.
wireless handheld microphone,
And not that I
once
needed
you
the
hear
report
name
to
that
tell
you
me.
signed up under called aloud, please raise your hand so the sergeants can provide you with that wireless handheld microphone.
What's up, Electric?
Finally,
Good morning.
the order in which the names are called is at random. That is to say, it is randomly generated. So in order to help us accommodate as many people as possible and to run an efficient public comment period, we would please ask that you wait until you hear the name that you signed up under called aloud before lining up on your left-hand side of the council chambers to speak. Thank you.
I will begin by calling the following names: Tio Andrea Vega, Kendall Chappell, Maria Santo Gonzalez, Elisa Valencia, Robert Baindorov, and Eric Dill. I would like to call up Smoke and Scan.
Smoke and Scan, get up in there. Yeah.
Jason Jenkins.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Good morning. I'd like just to speak to general public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good morning, Council. My name is Theo Corretto. I work for Communities for a Better Environment, and I'm here to speak on the appeal to the Scattergood Environmental Impact Report. LADWP is currently attempting to spend $1 billion of the citizens of LA's money on an attempt to repower the Scattergood generating station with fossil fuels for the foreseeable future.
$1 billion.
Communities for a Better Environment and a number of other organizations have challenged this project because we see it as a direct violation of the LA City's climate goals, of CEQA, and a betrayal of the city's environmental justice communities. Just last Friday, the city removed the appeal of the environmental impact report from the council's agenda, and so I'm asking you to re-agendize it and grant CBE's appeal. Thank you.
And I'm asking you, sir, who did you vote for? I assure you, you voted for some of these 15, so I don't want to hear your fucking crying. Bye-bye. Have a good day.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
General public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute.
Hi, my name is Kendall Chappell, and I'm with Communities for a Better Environment, and I'm here to ask you to put the Scattergood appeal back on the agenda. It's supposed to be heard today, but was removed from the agenda on Friday, and I am deeply concerned about the project. At a time when we need energy security now more than ever, we need investments in real solutions, not in energy that requires turbines with a backlog of as much as 7 years, not energy that LADWP has yet to identify a source for, and not energy that will continue to expose our communities to a lot of pollution. This project will commit to fossil fuels for the foreseeable future, and it makes no sense to commit to a hydrogen project now with no hydrogen source and no hydrogen infrastructure, putting nearly $1 billion into what is likely to amount to another gas plant. So we're asking you to please hear the appeal soon and to really just require LADWP to do more research into the project. Thank you.
Ozzy, they don't mention me. I just played that drop. That's just because somebody signed my name up in there.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
That's it.
General public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good morning, council members. My name is Andrea Vega. I'm here on behalf of Food and Water Watch. I'm also a resident of Studio City and an LADWP ratepayer. I'm here to speak on our appeal that we filed on the Scattergood EIR, which was originally, we had anticipated that it would be heard today, but it was not agendized. We of course urge the council to please agendize this item as soon as possible and to also reject LADWP's Scattergood EIR and grant our appeal. DWP's EIR was deeply flawed, and ultimately this project is completely unnecessary. Los Angeles needs real clean energy solutions, not another costly polluting project that only benefits fossil fuel interests. Again, we urge you to just agendize our appeal as soon as possible.
surprised you didn't demand. You urged but didn't demand. I get it.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Buenos días. Es un comentario público.
Good
Okay,
morning.
so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Me llamo María Santos González
My name is Maria Santos Gonzalez.
y trabajo en Fly Food
Flying
para una
Foods.
empresa con licencia
They're
de la
still back.
ciudad para operar en LAX.
I work for Flying Food Group, a company that is authorized to work in LAX, to operate in LAX.
Hoy se conmemora el 115 aniversario del incendio de la fábrica Triangle Shore Weights.
Today is the 115th anniversary of the fire of Triangle Shore Weights,
Suceso en el que 146 trabajadores, en su mayoría mujeres jóvenes emigrantes,
where there was 146 workers, a majority young immigrant women.
ellos perdieron la vida por no contar con la protección adecuada.
And they lost their lives due to not being able to count on having adequate protection.
Esta historia debería habernos enseñado algo.
This story should have taught us something.
Sin embargo, en pleno 2026 seguimos viviéndola.
However, in the current day, in 2026, we continue to live through this.
El 22 de enero se desató un incendio en nuestra cocina caliente.
And on the 22nd of January, there was a fire in our hot kitchen.
Mis compañeros reportaron ver a la gente correr sin saber qué estaba ocurriendo. Solo intentaban salir.
And my coworkers reported seeing people that were running out without even knowing what was going on. They just reported that they saw them leaving.
Muchos de nosotros desconocíamos las ubicaciones de las salidas de emergencia. En esos momentos no nos sentimos seguros. Ninguno de nosotros se siente seguro.
And speaker, your time has expired, but I'm going to ask that the interpreters interpret what was said.
Many of us were not aware of where the locations of the emergency exits were, and we did not feel safe.
Donald's in Barbados
Pero, señora, se le acabó su tiempo.
with Cat. They're enjoying the beaches.
Before the next speaker begins, I would like to call Daniel Sosa, Rodney Boone, Faith Mira, Karen Romero Estrada, and Dominique Falzone.
Man, my eye just
Buenos
my eye
días.
keeps
What would you like to
tearing.
speak
I
to?
don't
Comentario
understand.
público.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Maybe it's
Un minuto,
loosening
adelante.
up.
Mi nombre es Elisa Valencia, trabajo en
hope.
Fly Food ya hace 2 años. Preparamos y empacamos comidas para aerolíneas internacionales como Air France, Lufthansa, Japan y muchas más.
Hello, my name is Elisa Valens, and I work for Flying Food Group, working and packaging food at LAX for flying companies like Air France, Lufthansa, and Japan, Air Japan.
Estoy aquí para compartirles lo que sucedió hace recientemente en un incendio que ocurrió en mi área de trabajo.
I'm here to share a story of an incident, what happened in my place of work about a fire.
Pero antes de eso, también hoy conmemoramos el 115 aniversario de la tragedia que sucedió en Triangle Shore.
But today we are also commemorating the 115th anniversary of the tragedy.
En 1911, 146 trabajadoras, en su mayoría mujeres inmigrantes, perdieron la vida debido a las condiciones inseguras que tenían en su área de trabajo.
In 1911, 146 workers, majority young
1911?
immigrant women, lost their lives due to the poor safety conditions in their workplace.
In 1911?
Eso ocurrió hace 115 años en Nueva York. Y hoy, aquí en Los Ángeles, aún no estamos seguros, no tenemos las condiciones para trabajar seguros.
That happened 115 years ago in New York. And however, today we still face these
What are we talking about?
unsecure living conditions or working conditions in the place of employment.
Debemos
Why are we
mantenernos
talking about
unidos y
this?
exigir lugares de trabajo seguros para todos los ciudadanos de Los Ángeles.
We should all be united together and demand safe working conditions in all places of employment in Los Angeles.
Ciudad, haga que Fly Food se haga responsable. Gracias.
Yes.
Please,
1912, the
city, hold
Titanic
Flying Food
sunk,
Group
so maybe the
accountable.
planes will
Thank
sink
you.
too. So they're just getting ahead of the game.
Good morning. What would
Holy
you like to speak
shit.
to?
Good morning. I'm here on item number 1.
Yes, 1911,
the,
Tyler.
Lot that is a nuisance to my neighborhood.
Okay,
I
so
have
you've-
lived in
1
LA
minute.
now 40 years. I can say one thing, I don't have much value in city council right now.
There you
I
go,
would
sir.
really like all your attention.
Good luck.
I have lived with meth. I have lived with an AK-47
I got
and the
some
fence
crystal
being
meth.
shot up in my neighborhood. Yesterday, we went into the lot. It looks like Sanford and Son times 10. The mission is in front of you. We've waited since 2016. We've been told by 3 different council members, including Mr. Nazarian's people,
There's
that
Grady.
this lot would be taken care of. It still to this day is not taken care of. The other day, they burned down one of the houses. The gentleman that lives immediately next to this property is paraplegic. He does not, he's in a wheelchair. If the lot blows and goes up in flames, this man's house will go up with him in it. All I'm asking is you approve the nuisance property and have the county
General
finally
public
clear
comment.
this.
But that's the county,
Bore you
sir,
with
not the city.
pictures. I
You're in the
have,
wrong room.
since 2016, pictures that show this lot up to yesterday, and it has not been cleared. I don't have 40 people that I could bring on my neighbors, like West LA, where the next day they come in and clean the lot. That I would love to see, okay? Again, I've lived here 40 years. Let's clean up LA. North Hollywood has become all of your dumping ground for the homeless. Sherman Way, Laurel Canyon, Lankershim, Vineland Avenue, every single bridge coming down the 170 has homeless in my district.
He ain't
under it.
lying.
They
true.
are at every corner, under every bridge, and in every nook and cranny the county owns in North Hollywood has homeless in it. I don't even think, and I could show council right now a picture, you don't even know that there's 30 people living behind a concrete wall on county property, and they walk my back fence every night along the flood canal getting their drugs from this lot. We smell the baking of methane. Do you know what methane is?
Okay, Speaker, your time has expired. Next
Sir,
speaker.
Sir, you should go and talk to the county.
Speaker,
This is the
your
city.
time has expired. We need to move on to the next speaker.
And they don't care. And I think
Good
that
morning.
those
What would you like to speak
spots
to?
are city
Hi, my
spots,
name
not
is Robert
county. You
Vanderhoff,
could be
and I'd
wrong.
like to speak on item
But they don't
number
care
1
either
and
way,
for
sir.
general comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for the item, then you hear a beep, and you'll get an additional minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Thank you. I have videos of drug-addicted gangbangers, schizophrenic vagars coming and going constantly, smoking meth in plain sight and using and inspecting weapons and firearms. A giant gangster has taken over our street, patrolling our neighborhood for other meth heads to lure into his network of thieves and criminals. We have had shootings, stolen cars, overdose death. My car has been looted. I found meth in the street rolled up in a dollar bill. There is drug paraphernalia everywhere, along with hazardous plumes of smoke from God only knows what they are burning on that property. Noise from gangs of tweakers stripping cars forced a confrontation in which one was arrested on priors. I can't leave my windows open or look outside without being affected by these horrors, dangerous health hazards, or getting into verbal arguments with these criminals. The cops are afraid to lose their job just for enforcing the law. And we are tired of the depolicing policies because they force us to be victims or crazed vigilantes. The city, please step up and take away this property and give it to someone who can enrich our community, not drug runners. Thank you. That's
Sir, they
sufficient.
don't care.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Thank you for caring, but they don't care.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
General comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
My name is Rodney Boone. I live in San Pedro.
Sorry.
So Tim is my councilman. With my wife, and we have been DWP customers for nearly 40 years. Today I come to the City Council as a ratepayer, and as a ratepayer, I'm here today to urge the City Council to accept the appeal and reject the scattergood EIR and obviously re-agendize this item. As a ratepayer, I'm very concerned about the cost. The cost of the Scattergood conversion project is hugely expensive. The estimates done in 2023 start at $800 million, and credible cost estimates suggest that this will probably double. This does not cover the cost of hydrogen, which currently is 7 to 10 times the cost of fossil gas. Hydrogen is not projected to experience the precipitous drops in costs that solar and batteries continue to experience. The Trump administration has pulled the funding from the hydrogen hub projects, so the project will not be getting federal funding.
Speaker, your time has expired.
Speaker, we don't care. And
Next speaker.
We're in cahoots with the DWP and that
Before the
idiot
next speaker
DEI
begins,
hire
just members of the public, I understand the time
the
seems
head of
rather short. If you have
DWP.
additional public comment, either because you couldn't finish your public comment here, or if we run out of time to call your name, you can always provide additional written public comment at lacouncilcomment.com. Again, that's lacouncilcomment.com. You can find that URL at the top of every council agenda. You can also do a quick Google search and it should be the first thing that comes up. Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Good morning. I'm here to give a general public comment.
Okay, so 1 minute. Go ahead.
Thank you for your attention this morning to those who are being attentive to us. My name is Karen Romero Estrada.
Which one is that, ma'am?
I'm here on behalf
Which
of
one?
Physicians for Social
Where do you
Responsibility
see?
Los
Which one
Angeles.
paying attention?
And I'd like to first begin by thanking the council offices that have met with us so far to discuss our concerns with the Scattergood project. The EIR is faulty and this project is dangerous, expensive, polluting, and communities don't want it. The project EIR does not examine the full scope of what it claims to be. It fails to analyze the generation, transportation, and storage of hydrogen. During this time of increased economic instability, it should concern you that the actual costs considering supply chain issues
Oscar.
and reduced public funding and the environmental risks of the project are uncertain at best.
I think she's gone.
We ask council to take up our appeal at a full council meeting and instruct LADWP to go back and look at non-combustion alternatives. Please prioritize environmental justice, climate, and health. Thank you for your time.
Before the next speaker begins, I would like to call Pastor Bertie Roberts, Dominique Fow, Laura G., Elizabeth Cruz, Alex Jassett, and Julia Dole.
Where's the sassy
Good morning.
snake?
What would
I
you
want
like
the
to speak to?
sassy snake
General public
back.
comment.
He's
Okay, so
so
you have 1 minute.
sassy.
Hello, my name is Faith Myra, and I'm a constituent of Tracy Park in CD11.
I'm sorry.
I'm also a member of Protect Playa Now, and the Scattergood power plant modernization must be stopped. The project is a threat to health and safety in CD11, and it's a threat to energy affordability and climate goals in Los Angeles. A project that's EIR violates
going?
CEQA should not be
Good.
moving
Better
forward.
stay over there, Oscar.
Former Councilmember Paul Koretz wrote an op-ed where he spoke to all of you on the council. He said, "We deserve energy policies that are safe, affordable, physically responsible, and support LA's climate goals. The Scattergood proposal fails all 3 counts. I strongly urge the City Council to oppose this speculative project and instead lead on investments to clean, distributed energy resources that benefit the neighborhood and the entire city." I need the council to show up for Angelinos. I need the council to show up for Angelinos in CD11, not for fossil fuel companies. So I ask that you all agendize and the appeal and vote yes.
Let me tell you, Soul.
Thank you. Next
I'd
speaker.
love to have a $600 water bill. I'd dance up and down. Thank you, crazy lady.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
4968 in general.
We have to
comment.
pay for the
Okay, so you
DEI
have 2
higher
minutes for the
head
items and 1 minute for general.
that
Please
just
begin with
went
the
back
items.
to
Go ahead.
Puerto Rico with all
My
her
name
money.
is Daniel Sosa. I
she
operate
could
4
live a good
licensed
life over
cannabis
there.
dispensaries here in the city of Los Angeles. The legal cannabis industry in LA is severely struggling. And the cannabis industry only needs one thing, and that is tax reduction, plain and simple. We need lower taxes on licensed cannabis in the city of LA. Many of whom are social equity businesses where the applicant had to be low income to qualify. And they had to pay 100 times the tax rate as multi-billion-dollar corporations are paying in the city. And the city isn't even collecting the tax money. For example, DCR continues to renew the licenses of just 48 dispensaries that are collectively responsible for over $124 million in unpaid taxes. That being said, the city's proposed cannabis tax amnesty program is an important piece of reform, and I'm glad it seems to be moving forward. It will give the city a chance to collect the money it is owed, and it has a chance to effectively save the retail cannabis industry in LA. But in order for it to truly help the industry, the cannabis tax amnesty program has to happen in conjunction with tax reduction. Let me explain to you why. You are going to be asking licensed cannabis businesses to be paying back large sums of money. First of all, this is how the tax amnesty program should work. Each licensed dispensary gets a 30-day window, for example, in which to apply for the program. If they do not apply for the program within that window, they need to have their license immediately revoked, and designated city agencies, for example, city attorney, DCR, and LAPD, need to follow up and visit the location multiple times over the next several months after license revocation to ensure its closure. Then for dispensaries that do enter the program, they need to stay up to date on their payment plans and their current tax obligations. And if they default by more than 30 days, for example, they need to have their license immediately revoked, and those same agencies need to follow up. So if you're going to be asking dispensaries to be coming up with a lot of money each month for the payment plan to stay in good standing on their back taxes and meet their current tax obligations, then current tax rates need to be adjusted in order to give this tax amnesty program even a chance of working and the city collecting these unpaid taxes. They also must be lowered because current tax rates are not socially equitable whatsoever, and because a cannabis retail business in the city of LA with a 10% tax rate is not a sustainable business model. And we need to move forward with the tax amnesty program as soon as possible because current policy conditions in the city have de-incentivized all cannabis businesses to pay tax. Thank you.
Next speaker. Thank you. Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
You're stuck. Robert? No.
Buenos días, estoy aquí para hacer un comentario público.
Good morning. I'm here to make a public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
That's it, Jude.
Adelante.
Mi nombre es Elizabeth Cruz. Trabajo para Subway aquí en Los Ángeles.
Well, Subway.
My name is Elizabeth Cruz, and I work here in LA for Subway.
You better tell Jared.
A pesar de trabajar en el dos trabajos de Subway, no me alcanza para cubrir mis gastos.
Even though I work 2 jobs on Subway, that is not enough to cover my own expenses.
Y que con 2 trabajos que tengo que reducir mi crédito por mi jefe me paga con cheques sin fondo.
Even though I have 2 jobs, I have to reduce my credit because my boss pays me with checks that bounce.
Desde que me quejé que por haberme cubrido a pagar con el tiempo, y desde que me quejé de
We don't have Quiznos here anymore.
Hablar con
She barely can speak Spanish.
Pagado a tiempo.
Oh, fuck.
The interpreter needs to clarify. Disculpe, ¿me puede repetir la última idea? No la entendí.
They turned her mic off. What a shit show. What a shit show. Straight turned her mic off.
Oh, can we have her come back? Sorry, the interpreter needs some clarification.
Yeah, because she can't barely speak Spanish. That's her language. Wow. The interpreter couldn't interpret what she was saying, so we need her to come back to repeat it. Please, ma'am.
So I couldn't hear the last idea. ¿Se puede repetir, por favor?
Ok, disculpe. Ok, desde que me quejé por haber recibido pago a tiempo,
Ever since I complained due to not receiving payments on time,
empezaron a cancelar los turnos completos sin previos avisos.
they started canceling the whole shifts without letting me know in advance.
Y ningún trabajadores merecen ser tejidos desde la manera solo porque quiero haber las veces que yo.
I mean, let's be honest, ladies and gents. She's
Okay,
reading
so
a
did-
script.
I just
She
wanna-
can't
hold
read
on.
the script
Did you
they
get the
gave her.
clarification that you needed or no?
It's really simple.
Previous one, yes, I will need another one for this
Okay.
idea.
Go ahead.
Of course.
Thank you. ¿Sí me puede repetir entonces la última idea? ¿Ningún trabajador merece?
Ningún trabajador merece ser castigado de esa manera solo porque queremos alzar la voz por sus derechos.
No worker should be punished in this way just because we want to raise our voice for our rights.
Por favor,
How much more time does she
apóyenos
get?
la ordenanza de trabajadores justos.
I don't know, Gusto, but she can't
Please
read it.
trabaja.
We could tell it
Please
wasn't
support
her.
the ordinance
right?
for
Let's be honest.
fair jobs.
Los trabajadores de comida rápida como yo no deberíamos tener que
So apparently she gets
endeudarnos
10 minutes.
de dos
She gets twice the amount of
endeudarnos
time.
de dos trabajos para agradecer
Hopefully
merecer
everybody
como
stays
Subway.
up there for extra time now. Hopefully every motherfucker that
Fast food
goes up.
workers shouldn't be in debt after working 2 jobs, like what it happens with Subway.
Y muchas gracias a todos. Okay, apóyenos para la ordenanza. Gracias.
And thank you very much, everyone, and thank you for supporting us with this ordinance.
Yes, and thank you for coming and trying to read a script that you couldn't read that somebody gave to you, ma'am.
Good morning. What would you like
Get
to
a
speak
career,
to?
not a job, ma'am.
Good morning. I'm speaking to general public
You
comment.
need to go to school.
Okay, so you have 1
Escuela.
minute. Go ahead.
Good morning. My name
Escuela.
is Pastor
That's
Bridie
what you need.
Roberts. I'm the community
Escuela.
organizing director at Unite
School.
Here. And council members, we appreciate the attention that you paid to Doña Maria and Elisa earlier as they gave testimony from inside Flying Foods Factory. Today is the 115th anniversary of the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire. This is probably one of the greatest tragic workplace fires
Again,
that's happened in
1911
the
we're
history of
talking
the
about.
United States. It happened today, 115 years ago. 146 mostly young women, the youngest being 14.
We're crying about something
and
we were
children
not even born
perished
when
in
it
a fire,
happened.
146 of 500, because their workplace conditions were unsafe.
Her parents weren't
By the time
born
they
when it
knew
happened.
about the fire and tried to evacuate, they discovered that the doors had been locked, preventing them from leaving. Many died by smoke inhalation, fire, and because they had to jump out the window to escape. The fire brought to light the story of America's immigrant labor force to work in excessively long hours and under poor conditions.
You know what's funny, ma'am? I'm glad they didn't give you any extra
Speaker, your time has expired.
I didn't hear you crying and complaining when they found 12 and 13 and 15-year-olds in a hot fucking field picking weed. I didn't hear you out there. In fact, you were probably one of the ones making sure ICE couldn't come in. I didn't hear you complain about that, and that was just last year, ma'am, not 115 fucking years ago when you and your fucking parents weren't even fucking alive.
Before the next speaker begins, I would like to
Pendeja.
call the last 4 names on the list.
Last
Benjamin
4?
Harris, John Spock, Florinda Cruz, and Daryl Gale.
Bro.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Bro, they didn't even give 40 minutes.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Laura, and I urge the council to grant CBE's appeal, reject LADWP's EIR, and send it back for a proper analysis, and put the issue back in the agenda so that community members can show up and voice their concerns over the scattergood proposal. My dad, my mom, my sister, we live in CD1. My brother is in CD12 near Aliso Canyon, which experienced a massive gas leak. I have another brother in CD6, just a few miles away from the Valley Generating Station. I'm illustrating that this proposal implicates and puts the whole Los Angeles basin at risk. Hydrogen is a hazardous material that is not widely used in the energy system, and hydrogen accidents happen all the time. Just recently, there was an accident in Colton. The health and safety implications of the proposed scattergood proposal exists for all of LA and the trajectory of how we address our energy needs. It deserves proper analysis that fully considers health and the environment. So once again, I'm asking you all to grant CBE's appeal, reject the EIR, and put this back on the agenda. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Yeah, no, he's a good boy.
Good morning. Sorry?
General public comment, please.
Okay, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good morning. My name is Alex Jassett, and I'm here on behalf of Physicians for Social Responsibility Los Angeles and as a CD1 resident and DWP ratepayer. I'm here to express my deep opposition to the scattergood hydrogen proposal because it is nothing more than a greenwashed gas repowering proposal. The hydrogen industry is in a free fall right now, with numerous projects being canceled and others failing to receive necessary approvals or secure the funding necessary. The hydrogen proposal at Scattergood has already lost $100 million worth of federal funding, and just this week, the Angeles Link pipeline, which would allegedly bring the hydrogen to Scattergood, failed to get approval to recuperate their pipeline costs. So that makes it more likely that the pipeline will fail to materialize altogether. If that happens, we will be left with a $1 billion turbine that continues to burn solely methane and pollute local communities. Please don't walk into the trap that SoCalGas is setting for you. Instead, I urge you to do your homework on this proposal because this project will have health and safety repercussions for decades to come. Voting for this project will lock us into a gas-fueled future and will be a stain on your environmental and health and safety records.
Thank you. Next
Please
speaker.
reject.
Hello, general public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hello, council members. My name is Julia Dowell, and I'm here with Sierra Club to discuss the Scattergood project. The Scattergood EIR is not legally sound and does not comply with CEQA, plain and simple. The EIR does not analyze hydrogen at all, even though this is claimed to be a hydrogen and methane project. Moreover, given a recent CPUC proposed decision, it is becoming increasingly unlikely that the Angeles Link project will happen. This project is realistically a very expensive gas plant that will lead to LA missing its climate targets and paying over $1 billion for a new gas plant. That is not a climate solution. I would like to ask all the council members here to meet with our coalition to discuss the CEQA and feasibility concerns with this project. I would also like to urge council to re-agendize our appeal as soon as possible. Thank you for your time and consideration of our appeal. Please accept our appeal and show us that LA is actually committed to real climate solutions. Thank you.
What a waste of your fucking life.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
General public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good morning, City Council members. My name is Benjamin Harris. I'm with Los Angeles Waterkeeper, and we urge you to grant our appeal against the Scattergood EIR. We oppose the Scattergood modernization project because it is nothing more than a natural gas repowering disguised as a green hydrogen project. Green hydrogen is not going to come to fruition because of the expense, but more importantly, green hydrogen is a bad solution for the future of our energy and water systems here in California. Right now, our snowpack levels in the state are 27% of what they should be at this time of year. If we commit to a massive green hydrogen utility scale project, we will be sucking up even more water resources to produce green hydrogen, whether that's coming from elsewhere in the state or in the Colorado River Basin. There is no basis for us to push forward with such a poorly conceived project. We don't need it. It's a nice to have, not a must have. Please meet with our coalition to hear our concerns. Please agendize our appeal, and please grant the appeal and make LAWP go back to the drawing board on a CIR. Thank you.
The Butterfly Bridge, or they're asking people to pay for the finishing now because they're down $100 million and it's not finished. Just like the train, they spent $15 billion on. The train's not even.
General public
The track
comment.
is not even close to done.
So you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
I'm Daryl Gale. I'm a downtown resident, and
I'm
once
sorry,
again,
ma'am.
I have walked here. I am so sick of talking about Scattergood. I have been testifying against it since 2013, but I will come back when you re-agendize it. Please don't put LAX in jeopardy from a fantasy green hydrogen project. Hydrogen, no matter what color, even if it's striped or purple, is still highly combustible. A green hydrogen fire is still a fire and explosion. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So glad you made it out here today to give me that. On to
Good
the
morning.
next
What would
script
you like to
reader.
speak to?
The scattergood
Yes.
hydrogen upgrade.
How much do they each get? 25 bucks?
you have 1 minute for
and
general public
and a
comment. Go
little
ahead.
paper to read?
Council members all around the world, people are working on the issue of storage of surplus energy. Storage of surplus energy allows that energy to apply when a situation occurs where there is peak demand. Instead, what the Scattergood project is giving us is a chance to burn methane, which is a gas which is 10 times as heat trapping even as CO2. This is the way that we've gotten into the climate emergency that we're in now. I beg you, as a grandfather and as a neighbor, please think and do not approve this.
Speaker, your
Thank
time has expired.
Yeah, they're just all script readers. That's it.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Buenos días, estoy aquí para hacer comentario.
So you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Mi nombre es Florinda y trabajo en comida rápida en Los Ángeles.
Hello, my name is
Fast food
Florinda.
worker.
I work in fast food in Los Angeles.
Estoy aquí para expresar la urgencia de aprobar la ordenanza de trabajo justo en la comida rápida.
I am here to express the urgency to approve the fast food fair work ordinance.
La capacitación de conocer mis derechos me ha ayudado a entender que no tenemos que aguantar a trabajar con temperaturas altas. Ahora sé que podemos tomar extras descansos para refrescarnos.
Yeah, Heifer Hernandez
Know
made the
Your
news
Rights
this week.
workshops that I have participated in have allowed me to understand that we don't have to deal with working in very high temperatures.
The pig made
and
the
it
news.
has also let us know that we are allowed to take
made the news
extra
this week.
breaks.
Ahora que conozco mis derechos, lucho por la justicia, no solo para mí, sino también para mis compañeros que no conocen sus derechos.
Now that I know my rights, I fight for justice, not only for me, but also for my coworkers who
No,
don't
Ernie.
know their rights.
Por eso necesitamos que aprueben la ordenanza de trabajo justo en la comida.
No ambition.
That's why we need you to approve the fast food fair work ordinance.
Merecemos trabajar con dignidad y respeto.
We deserve to work with dignity and respect.
Necesitamos capacitación de fuentes externas y confiables, no del jefe que se aprovecha de la situación. Gracias.
We need training from outside external sources, ones that are trustworthy, not from our bosses who just take advantage of our situation. Thank you.
Really quickly, she made the news because she's, again, another cop hater, just like this one, the cop hating cunt right here. She hates LAPD. She never wants to fund LAPD, right? She hates the cops, right? She makes it known. But, and of course throws them under the bus anytime they do anything, right? But they found out this week that she spent $134,000, I believe, of our dollars to help protect her fat, disgusting blimp ass that can't even stop eating for an hour while she's working here, with LAPD security. So she had her little community get-together so everyone can come out and meet the blimp. Everyone can see what the Goodyear blimp looks like. And guess what? The Goodyear blimp had $134,000 worth of LAPD security, even though she hates him so much.
Council President,
That's
all
why
the
she
names
made
have
the
been
news.
called for public comment.
That's why she made the news. Not
All
a
right,
hot
thank you so
dog
much to
eating
everybody who
contest.
came to share with us.
Not a
this
hamburger eating
morning.
contest, which she'd win both. We know
what
that.
Items are before us at this time.
That's why she made the news.
The council may now vote on items 2.
Okay, so what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to stop. And we're going to watch yesterday's one that I missed because we're done here. They're not coming back to public comment. They don't give a fuck about anything, and that's that. They're already voting. So, yeah, you read that story? Right. Okay, so you know I'm not lying. Okay? That I didn't just make this shit up about the blimp. The blimp is a spender. And why do I call her a blimp? Because she barely fits in her seat and she can't even stop for 1 hour while we sit here for 55 minutes. And she can't even stop feeding her fucking face for 55 fucking minutes. She couldn't eat a big breakfast beforehand and then walk in there. Nope. Gotta keep stuffing my fucking face. So that fucking blimp gets it. So let's take a look right here. That's a live shot of downtown. I'm sorry, of San Fernando Valley. My bad. So give me 1 sec here. We're going to put on yesterday's show that we missed. Well, I missed. I don't know if you missed it. But I missed it. So let me bring that up for you guys. Give me 1 sec here. Was it 24? 26? There it is right there. Okay, alright, that's already like mid. No, that's still going. See, the good thing here is that we don't have to wait through all the bullshit. Like, we already have the public comment going.
Okay, what, Mr. Nazarian, for what purpose you rise?
Thank you, Council President.
So ordered.
13 now before public comment.
Okay, we can take up item 13. I don't believe, does anybody wish to be heard on item 13? Seeing no members on the tally the votes. That was as amended.
Thank you. The council may now move on to public comment.
All right, so this is from yesterday.
All right, if you could read the instructions.
She is a hog. Her arm is the size of my thigh. And I'm probably 20 years older than her,
Yes,
and
Mr.
I'm a
President.
fucking man.
To people providing public comment, when it's your turn to speak,
yes,
please state which of the agenda items you'd like to speak to. You will have 1 minute per item, up to 3 minutes total for the items open for public comment. We will tell you when your time is up. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you are not on topic, or if we can, at that point, off topic, items on, and
sorry, I just don't want to hear him talk. I just can fast forward it. Hopefully Herman's here. I don't even see him there. See, we didn't get one regular in there today either. Not Robot Lady, not fucking nobody.
Additionally, there's been a request to reopen public comment for item number 5. So number 5 will also be open for public comment. So let me repeat. The items that are open for public comment on the agenda are items 1
He was there?
and 2,
Herman was there, Beach? I didn't see
item
him.
number 5, and items 32 through 64.
I didn't see
Members
him.
of the public may also speak for up to 1 minute for general public comment. During general public comment, members of the public may speak to any of the items
So you're
or
saying
anything
this
else
one,
in the
Doug,
city's
is-
subject matter jurisdiction. We have a
Full of
couple more
drops.
announcements. If I could please have the clerks the interpreters make this first one aloud to the room. Sure to pause.
Su comentario de ese
Jesus.
así que votación.
ADA.
God
Speak,
damn.
and random possible name that you
Another fucking minute wasted.
I'll begin calling names for
Finally.
public comment.
Finally.
Michaela Gibson, Estella Garcia, Bobby, Jed Liano, and Sergeant Gunny.
Sergeant Gunny. That's awesome. Where's the... I don't have my Sergeant Gunny in here no more. Ah, dang it. I thought I had him in there. I need Sergeant
So if you've heard your name called aloud, you can line up in any order on your left-hand side of the council chambers. Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Good morning. Agenda item 30.
So item 30 is not open for public comment, but you can speak to it during general. So you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So VICA, or
thank
I'm
you,
here
Drew.
on behalf of the Valley Industry and Commerce Association, or VICA. VICA does not currently have a position on this ordinance, but we have serious concerns and recommend amending it to remove non-traditional special benefit items, specifically the solar program, conduit replacement, new customer service groups, and field technology deployments. This change would help ensure that the assessment remains legally defensible, focused on core lighting services aligned with the recommendations in the CAO matrix report. Thank you.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
I don't
Sí,
even
buenos
see him in
días.
there.
Mi nombre es
Maybe he's on the
Estela
other side.
García y trabajo en Carl Jr. y estoy aquí con otros trabajadores para expresar la urgencia y aprobar la ordenanza de trabajo justos en la comida rápida.
Hi, my name is Estela Garcia. I work at Carl's Jr., and I'm here with my other colleague to push for us to pass this Fair Workers Ordinance for fast food workers.
La capacitación Conoce tus derechos me ayudó a entender cómo defendernos en contra de los abusos, como en mi tienda. Uno, acoso sexual, robo de salarios y maltratos y
And so through the Know Your Rights training, it has helped me to learn how to defend myself against abuses that I have suffered at this store, including sexual harassment and wage theft.
trying to
pudimos
bag you
sacar
out,
al
girl.
manager que nos hacía todo eso.
And we were able to get rid of the manager that was doing all of this to us.
Ahora que conozco mis derechos, lucho por justicia, no solo para mí, sino también para mis compañeros.
And so now that I do know my rights, I fight for justice, not only for myself, but for my other coworkers.
Pero muchos trabajadores desconocen sus derechos y probablemente no se dan cuenta de que también podrían ser víctimas de robo de salario.
But there are a lot of other workers that don't know their rights, and they could also fall victim to things like wage theft.
Por eso necesitamos la ordenanza de trabajo justos en la comida rápida.
And that's why we need this Fair Workers Ordinance for fast food workers.
Por favor, aprueben la ordenanza. Gracias.
Please approve this ordinance. Thank you.
Before the next speaker begins, I'll call up a few more names. Harut Nazarian, Damien Kevitt, Alicia Baltazar, Madi Manji, and Barbara Brody.
Harut Nazarian. There's no way that's his real name. Is that the guy from jail?
Good morning. What would you like to
Is
speak
this the
to?
jail guy?
Hi, my name is Brandon. Just general
Yeah,
comment.
that's
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Thank you guys. I just want to say thank you guys. I've been coming in for a while now, maybe this past couple months. But yeah, we do got the Olympics coming up. I see you guys got a lot of work. You know, some of you guys listen, some of you guys don't. I get it. It's fine. I don't care. But politics is new to me. I do plan on getting into politics. It doesn't run in the family, but me having a strong name, Altalano, I think I do need to make it run in the family. And you guys all know what I'm talking about. So when people are up here talking to you guys, you know, just like Hernandez and Rodriguez, I expect you guys to listen. These people, they pay your guys' bills, basically. You guys are on a salary. Remember, if you guys all got fired or let go, you'd all have to go back and apply somewhere, or maybe go ask Grandma and Grandpa for some help. But yes, guys, we do have the Olympics coming. Let's clean these streets because they smell like hell. Thank you.
Next speaker.
Oh, I love it. I love it. They smell like hell.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Good morning, City Council, General Public.
Oh, it's Johnny G.
Okay, and if
Look
you
at the
could
hat.
move a little closer, we can hear
Didn't
you.
even
Thank you.
recognize
Go
him.
ahead. You have 1 minute.
Good morning, City Council. I, for one, am not ready to pass judgment on Cesar Chavez until all the facts are in.
Hear that, Gusto?
In light of Cesar Chavez Day being canceled, I would like to acknowledge the Chavez family, and my prayers are with them. I would like to remember the plight of the farmers. It isn't easy work for those who work in the fields. May the work of the farmers continue to bring hope to those who can't find decent wages and work conditions. Many who till the land and care for the sick don't get the respect they deserve. Many of us are blessed with good food, know who put it on our tables. Let's all be reminded as we celebrate 250 years of America that there may have been children abused during the farmers' movement. Let's give people a chance to live the American dream.
There are picking machines, sir. I don't know if you know that, but there's actual machines that drive and pick the crops now. A lot of
Good
people
morning. What
have
would you
them.
like to speak to?
They're boxing
my
the
name
crops
is Damien
now.
Kevitt. I'd like to speak on item 3, which I guess will be general.
Okay, perfect. You have 1 minute for general. Go ahead.
Great, thank you. Honorable council members, most of you know me, but for those who don't, my name is Damien Kevitt. I am the executive director of Streets Are For Everyone, a road safety nonprofit based in LA County.
I bet.
SAFE has worked very heavily on AB 645 for
that
4
Herman
years,
right there?
working to
Yep,
make
just
sure
walked
that this
in.
program has a robust privacy and equity safeguards while making
He's
sure
at the
that the
kiosk
program
right
can
now.
be effective in saving lives. I am proud of how this program is crafted with safety as its primary and foremost purpose. I'm also love the fact that it's not allowed to be run by law enforcement, but instead administered by LA DOT. That said, I have been disappointed in the speed of implementation of this program in LA City. LA has seen more traffic fatalities and homicides for the last 3 years. In December 2025, LA got a D grade for its grade D for its slow implementation. So I urge LA City to move faster with implementing this program. Thank you.
I think it probably got an F, and they just wanted to be kind. Yes, they'll all be out of business, or they'll just give up 90% of their crops, Ozzy, like Cuban farmers do.
So you have 1 minute for general public comment.
90% goes to the government. They keep 10 of their own
We support
crop.
the adoption of approach C, option 3, as modified by, as proposed by planning without modifications. This is the option that implements SB 79 in a manner that most affirmatively furthers fair housing. We're concerned that option 1 and 2 may not meet SB 79's required capacity depending on forthcoming guidance from HCD. Option 3 ensures that LA can defer SB 79 citywide, maintain local affordability standards and local planning standards, and gives more time to implement SB 79 in low-income communities. We're concerned that option 1 and 2 are less likely to meet those objectives and more likely to result in a situation where the city loses local control and that affordability standards are not being able to maintain.
Look at the brothers right here.
Support option 3. Thank you very much for your time.
Look at the brothers, Johnny G with his hat, and then the cowboy, the great panderer with his. And they're both like 5'2".
Good morning.
It's
What would
fucking
you like to speak to?
hysterical.
Item numbers 3 and 4.
Those two are too
So
funny,
you have
bro.
1 minute for general public
It's like
comment.
Laverne and Shirley.
My name is Khalid Nazarian. I'm a resident of LA, born and raised in the Valley, and I would like to state my strong opposition to option number 1 for the measure regarding SB 79 implementation. I think it will not build any housing with the upzoning, and I think it will make our housing crisis even worse. I'm a union worker. I'm born and raised here. I see my peers not able to afford housing. I see my people living this city. I'm Armenian, and I think it's critically important to maintain our community here. And I think the only way we can do that is by building more housing. For the people who are already here, for the kids in the back, for the union workers, we need more housing. Thank you.
Well, you're a union dip. Keep
Before
giving
the
your
next
money to
speaker
the union.
begins, I'll call up a few more names. Courtney Alicia Miles, Karen Gilman, Andrew Salimian, and Daniel Sosa.
Good morning.
Daniel
What would you like to
Sosa.
speak
That sounds
to?
familiar. Daniel Sosa.
Item number 4 in general public comments, sir.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Jed Liano, Senior Policy Advisor, Inner City Law. In reference to item number 4, encouraging the council members to specifically support option number 3, providing the most housing opportunity for the residents of Los Angeles. On behalf of our clients at Inner City Law, the most housing unstable residents of this city, the poorest of the poor, option 1 does the least to provide housing opportunity for our most vulnerable residents. It will result in 0 housing in the next 4 years until we are deferred for the continued SB 79 implementation. We hope you will consider option 3 to provide the most opportunities for all residents of Los Angeles. Thank you very much.
No, I agree. Nobody's paying attention, Poppy. And if you realize 9 of 15 are gone, well, now there's 8.
Good morning.
So he
What would
just
you like
walked
to
up.
speak to?
I'm speaking on item
He's
number
not
5
paying
and
attention
general
either.
public comment.
Okay, so
Right.
you have 1 minute for the item,
He's
and
busy
then you have
talking.
1 minute for general. So you'll see 1 minute, you'll hear a ding, and then it'll go straight to general. Go ahead.
Awesome. My name is Alicia Baltazar, and I'm a member of the Wilmington Neighborhood Council, and I'm here today to talk
Wilmington.
about the smoke shops and
Rough.
their close proximity to our schools. So about a year ago in Wilmington, a couple community member came to me and let
Hi,
me
Lori.
know that him and his siblings were taking turns sleeping on their mom and dad's couch to protect them from the smoke shop that had opened right behind their residence.
What?
They had said since that smoke shop had opened, people were in their yard, people were taking showers in their yard, people were fighting. Several of the people on that street has reported that it was just becoming a real big nuisance. The second person was an employee that works at the laundromat that's next to one of the smoke shops. He let me know that since they have opened it, he was having a hard time breathing. He was being subjected to 8 hours a day of cigarette. People were complaining about the laundromat, going home with their clothes smelling like cigarette because this smoke shop right next to it, the smell of it is just coming into their laundromat. My final straw, though, was when my son came home and let me know
General public comment?
When my son came home, he was a 10th grader at Banning High School, and he let me know that the pins on the corner were only $10 a vape. When I asked him how he knew this, he said because one of his friends who was under 18 just purchased one in the parking lot. And that made me really take a look at how many smoke shops are in our community, how close they are to our school. And living 2 blocks away from our school, my son has to walk past 2 of them to get to and from school. So it's not just the fact that they're selling cigarettes, it's all the activity that they have going on and the kind of people they attract. And in a low-income community like ours, we need every protection we can get. So we're here today to ask you to pass this, not only for the city of Wilmington, but for the city of Los Angeles. Thank you.
Yeah, Shell, it's $15 for a shower and a vape. Oh, is that Laser Lady?
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Good morning. I wanted to speak on item 4 and
Looks
general
like her,
comment.
though.
Okay, so you have
It's her-
1 minute
her
for general
Doppler
public
gangler.
comment. Go ahead.
On behalf of our Westside Neighborhood Council Committee, I'm here to urge you to adopt option C1 of the SB 79 options. Here is why. Our community worked very hard to adopt a housing element plan that upzoned our commercial corridors and neighborhoods serving business streets to 10 stories from 45 feet. We took our responsibility to meet the RENA goals in the housing element. Allowing any option that allows up to 7-story apartment buildings on R1 lots takes away an agreement, a social contract that homeowners made when we invested in the city of Los Angeles. It takes away peace of mind. It destroys certainty. Developers have told the council for decades that they need certainty to develop in the city. I'm here to tell you that homeowners also deserve that certainty and peace of mind. 3-story buildings is more than adequate. We urge you, C1, and to tell us what the amendments are that have been adopted and are being considered today.
Okay. So, Speaker, before you leave the podium, I received a note and I want to confirm. Are
Yes.
you the representative with the community impact statement?
There are other council files for SB 79 that are not related apparently to this measure.
But did your neighborhood council file or submit a community impact statement for the SB 79 item?
We did.
And are you are you here to speak on that on the neighborhood council's behalf, or is there another neighborhood council representative?
No, I'm here as the West Side Neighborhood Council representative.
So if you would like to give your community impact statement now, you can have 3 minutes to do so on the SB 79 item. If not, no worries.
Our SB 79 item was the previous SB 79 item that has bearing on the content of this SB 79 item. I want to be clear, we did not have time because Plum and its schedule and its failure to have a recommendation did not allow us time, nor do we have time to look at whatever Councilmember Blumenfield and whatever amendments have been made, which is very problematic for all the neighborhood councils.
Why don't we do this? Can you wait off on the side? It might take me a minute, but I'm going to try and come speak to you just to get clarity on this. If you do have a CIS that is for the item today, we can always come back to it. But for now, we're going to move on to the next speaker. But if you could wait over there.
I appreciate
Thank
that,
you.
but I also want to say that neighborhood councils need time to consider major issues that
understood.
affect them all.
Thank you. Next speaker. Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Item 5 in general comment.
The original care.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for the item and 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
My name is Daniel Sosa. I own and operate
he was
4
there
licensed
today.
cannabis dispensaries in the city. First of all, the cannabis tax rate in the city needs to come down. You, City Council, have the power to do this. We currently pay 100 times the tax rate of other businesses in the city. If a multi-billion-dollar corporation grosses $1 million in sales in the city, they pay $1,000 in taxes. If my business grosses $1 million in sales, I pay $100,000 in taxes to the city. This is not socially equitable, and it is not a sustainable business model. Our rate should be lowered to 0.1% like all other businesses in the city. Tax reform is needed immediately, and it should happen in conjunction with the tax amnesty program. Now, on to the tax amnesty program. It is really important that the tax amnesty program move forward as soon as possible. This is because current conditions in the city are that all cannabis businesses have zero incentive to pay tax at this moment. First of all, illicit businesses pay zero tax. We know that. Then you have licensed businesses, which are ringing up millions of dollars in tax debt, which it is currently the city's policy to renew these licenses, including just 48, which are responsible for over $124 million in unpaid taxes to the city. Which, by the way, you guys sure got bamboozled by DCR on that one. They aren't paying tax. Then there's licensed cannabis businesses like mine who pay their taxes, but we know that the tax amnesty program is coming and interest and penalties will be forgiven. So it will be effectively a 0% interest-free loan paid over 36 months to the city. So those businesses are no longer incentivized to pay tax. So at the current moment, the city has created conditions where there is zero incentive for any cannabis business to pay tax in the city until the cannabis tax amnesty program goes into effect. So we need to move forward with tax reduction and the tax amnesty program.
Right, it's so
Speaker,
smart.
your
Why
time
would
has
I pay
expired.
my
Next
taxes
speaker.
if you're just going to
Before
forgive
the next
me
speaker
for the
begins, I'll
taxes?
call up a few more names. Jumbo, Thomas Irwin, Greg Bonet, Herman, Carmina Calderon.
Jumbo, what was his name? Jumbo.
Good morning.
Andrew Salimian speaking on behalf of the LA Conservancy. Item 4, so general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
I'm here to support option C1 on behalf of the LA Conservancy, but with the added amendment that all HPOZs be removed from implementation. I think it's important to note there's been some confusion or some misconceptions about
What is he
where
wearing? A bed sheet?
TOIA applies. And in most of our HPZs that are already in this zone, TOIA 6-7 stories applies because multifamily commercial already applies. So this is a cleanup. It brings 3 stories to all the single family areas. And I also want to note that the Southeast Valley community plans and the West Side plans are ongoing. There's an opportunity to add more housing in the next couple of years.
It's another
but this is a
IAN.
base density, but I want to really thank Plum and the City Council for moving quickly on
Or
this.
YAN.
I think it's the best
Could be that
option
too.
moving forward, and it adds a lot of missing middle opportunity housing. Thank you.
Here he is, the great pander, everybody, in cowboy mode today.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Yes, good morning. Item 3, 4, I believe is housing, and then public comment, please.
Okay, so currently items number 3 and 4 are not open for public comment, but you can speak
Herman's
to it
gonna
during
get
general.
kicked out.
How about number 5? Isn't that the
You have
smokehouse?
number 5 as well, the interim control ordinance. So you have 1 minute for the item and 1 minute for general. Please
All right,
begin with the items.
Number 5, Candido Maris, AK today, onion picker, field worker,
panderer,
from the age of 6 to 18, work the fields. That's my item 5. Now I'll go to public comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute.
I too will not condemn Cesar Chavez because there was a lot of good that happened during those years.
But there was
in
some bad.
1979 in Denver, Colorado, I had the privilege of meeting him. He didn't impress me, but what he did and I pray to God and to the children, if there was anybody hurt, I'm sorry. I hope it didn't happen.
You're
but
a
when I meet you
pig.
again, Mr. Chavez, I will ask you if it is true. But I can ask Ms. Huerta. You were an adult. Why didn't you stop the abuse that was to come afterwards? You could have stopped it.
Victim
You could
blaming.
have said no to the movement. You could have done so much
Victim blaming.
to relieve the pain of children.
Victim
But
blaming.
You chose.
Got it.
Who's
You're,
saying something?
you're a real
Come
man,
up.
victim blaming.
Who's the one? Who's the one? See, there's always somebody here
Okay,
that'll
so
open their mouth, but they
your-
don't have the
your-
balls to
your
come
time
up.
Your time has expired.
Victim
speaker.
blaming punk. Get out of here. Blaming the woman for getting beat. You're a pussy.
speaker.
Sit the fuck down, old man. Disgusting knee-bending punk.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Should go suck their dicks already.
Comment regarding
Take
SB
your
79.
fucking hat off and
So
suck
you'll-
them
go
off
ahead.
already.
Thank you.
That's what you
Good
do
morning,
every day
folks.
anyways.
I'm Antonio
Victim
with
blaming.
Sage, your
What a
strategic
punk
actions
you
for
are.
just economy and resident of South Central LA, Council District 9. We recognize that we want to invest in our neighborhoods, but through an equitable development framework, mitigating the displacement of working class residents
dead,
and
bro.
to tackle the
So there ain't
historical
gonna be no
scars of
innocent
redlining or the
till
racist
proven
practice
guilty.
of redlining. So, which means we uplift the third option.
So you're
right,
saying she's
to
a
pause the
lion?
implementation
She's
of
a
SB
liar is what you're
79
saying,
until
Gusto.
we as a city establish stronger protections for displaced residents in already economically burdened neighborhoods. We want to prevent folks from further falling into the streets or being housing insecure. Secondly, we want to develop genuine affordable homes in high opportunity zones where folks can also put their share towards a housing solutions. Again, pause the implementation in working class neighborhoods and move forward with development in higher opportunity zones. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, it's not to believe all women. We know not all women are truthful. Look what happened to, what's his name, the baseball player, Trevor
Hello,
Bauer. Remember?
Who's the next person?
Where did he come from?
Which items did you sign up to speak for?
All motherfucking items,
Hi,
fool.
Terry. You have three
And non-agenda public
We'll get into
You have
it.
3 minutes for items 1, 2, 5, and 32 through
Viewer discretion
64,
is advised.
Followed by a minute in general. Please begin.
Now, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, members of unions and lobbyists, we've all known the history of what alcohol consumption can do to young women, especially dirty women. And we also know what alcohol can do in CD13 to dirty women, rightly? Yeah. So Lee, in question here, as pro temp president, as I smell my ass on this item number one on dash 260217. Fuck alcohol, necessity, and consumption. It leads to more motherfucking problems, and fucking problems are not what we need. Matter of fact, that was the first item I'm speaking about. Then I go into item number 12. Mr. Lee, is that you?
Item 12's
No,
not open.
asshole. He's from CD12 on item 46. Pay attention, dickhead. That's why I do my job. You just listen and shut the fuck up. So, everybody, our community cup celebration, which I, your new mayor, a white motherfucker too, invite Smoking Scan and Smoking Scan audience to repeat after me. The subject of approval by the worst black mayor. We don't want a World Cup community. We want black lives that matter. Like myself, a black motherfucker with a bad attitude. Thank you. But fuck that item too. Let me go into my other item because I got so much time of 3 fucking minutes. Regarding here public safety, I just came from a public safety meeting with Jimmy McDonald, Ronald McDonald. It's called the Police Commission meeting, 9:30 every morning. Smoking Scan. And
Mr. Herman, what item are you on?
God damn it, I'm on number 58. Pay attention, motherfucker. I control the narrative, not you. Get it?
Please
Stop
stay on
fucking
topic.
with my 3 minutes, please.
Stay on topic, Mr. Herman.
Please.
Tell him.
So,
Tell him, Mr.
regarding public safety and the community police station, I observed in my documentary of NWA, Fuck the Police, is that I concluded that, yes, society's fucked up, and we don't need a police station. We need good police officers.
General public comment, Mr. Herman.
All right, you ladies and gentlemen, I'm not an immigrant. I am the president of the United States of America, slave of Donald J. Trump, the best fucking president in the United States of America, who's done more than any one of these 15 assholes and the dumb black mayor of Los Angeles. Right, Ulysses? Right, Imelda? Like, you didn't know that Miss Huerta was getting poked by a fucking immigrant? And you didn't know that 14, 15-year-olds get fucked in LAUSD? And you didn't know that priests rape fucking boys? Now, there's something serious wrong here. And the problem that's wrong here is that why do grown fucking professionals want to fuck children? Exactly. Why Candido said Cesar Chavez ya no se puede jalar mi pinche huevos, cabrón. Porque es un puto madre. Chinga tu pinche güey.
You
Para
can't pull my
todos.
fucking
Thank you,
balls
Mr. Herman.
because you're a stupid
Time.
motherfucker. Go fuck yourselves.
I love that he had to translate that last bit. Stupid motherfuckers, go fuck yourselves.
Hello, Speaker. Which items for general public comment did you want?
Hi,
Fucking
speaking
love
general
him.
comment on in reference to SB 79.
Yes,
Okay,
we're
please go
recording that.
Good morning. My name is Carmina Calderon. I am commenting on behalf of the ACT LA Coalition and asking you to support option
Mic
3
drop.
today. Option 3 maximizes use of the TOIA program and will provide both meaningful density and deep affordability. The corridor program option 1 will offer no ELI or VLI units. These are levels of affordability desperately needed by working Angelenos today. Paired with exempting low and moderate resource areas, we can ensure that displacement is minimized while high resource areas are scaled up. Thank you.
Oh, I'm going to
Thank
record
you.
it. Trust, after today. When I get
Hello,
off.
Speaker. Which items
That'll be
for
going
general
on the
public
machine.
comment did you want?
Hi, I was going to speak on general public comment and
Great.
item 4. Yeah.
Okay, you have. I'm not sure if item 4 is open for public comment. Please
Okay.
go ahead with your general.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Greg Bonet. I'm an attorney with Public Counsel and a member of the ACT LA Coalition. ACT LA supports moving forward with option 3 while removing low and moderate opportunity areas that are eligible for delayed effectuation. ACT LA supports option 3 while removing low and moderate income areas because option 3 will expand the TOIA program, which will include deeply affordable housing at rents that low-income renters can actually afford. Most renters cannot afford moderate income rents or market rate rents. And the corridor transition program does not include any incentives for very low or extremely low income units. The TOIA program will build that deeply low income housing, and that's why we're supporting option 3 while removing low and moderate income areas.
Let's just
So
call it
please
what it
move
is.
forward with option
It's
3,
not low-income housing. It's
removing low
free
and moderate
housing.
income areas to
It's
avoid
social.
displacement. Thank
It's
you.
communist
Thank you,
housing.
Speaker.
Before the next speaker begins, I'll call
Thank
up
you, Eric.
a few more names. Chris Rye, Charlene Moyer, Ron G, Ginny G, and Labor Work.
It was a good one, Eric.
Hi, Speaker.
Thank
did
you, Eric
want
V.
general public comment or speak on an item?
General comment.
Please begin.
Once again, we are being endangered by the menace of naughty words. As I said before, there is a simple solution to this scourge, which would have the added benefit of wasting less of our time with scolding from the city attorney. You need to put a big red sign at the entrance to the council chamber which reads, "Attention sissies, the city council is categorized as a designated public forum, which means that we are legally prohibited from stopping the public from saying nasty words. This regrettably includes the N-word and the C-word. However, we don't actually care about the law and we don't care about you, as many of you who've attempted to report other crimes know very well, so we silence you anyway. If we actually believed in the law, we'd demand that the district attorney put the question to a jury, so you can all get bent. Sincerely, your city council."
Thank you,
God
Speaker.
damn it if he wasn't right about all of it.
Hi, which items?
Shout
for
out to
general
the red
public
shirt
comment did you want?
guy.
Item 4.
I believe it's
He
not
wasn't
open, but you
lying.
can talk about it in general public comment.
We don't
So
care
please
about no law.
Good afternoon, council members. My name is Thomas Irwin, representing Eastside Housing for All and the Faith in Housing Coalition. And today I'm speaking in favor of option 3 for SB 79 and implementation. Los Angeles is in a severe housing crisis. Too many Angelenos are homeless. Too many renters are crushed by housing costs.
Yeah, cunt.
Too many families
Gomez.
are locked out of homeownership. We must respond to the gravity of this crisis with ambitious housing reform and stop convincing ourselves that half measures will alleviate the suffering of our neighbors. Option 3 is the best path for the city. It allows housing at the scale justified by our highest quality transit. It opens up high opportunity areas near jobs, parks, and other amenities. And that matters not just for housing production, but is necessary if we actually care about reducing displacement pressure on our lower income neighbors. The choice is clear. We have invested billions in transit. We should actually allow people to live near it. I urge you to adopt option 3. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, all this low-income housing.
Hello,
You mean
Speaker,
free
which,
social
items for
housing,
public comment did you
communist, the communist
Item
way.
number 4.
Okay, so it's going to be general. 1 minute, please.
And then you give them the housing that's free rent, free insurance, free health care, free schooling,
zip code 90011.
free money.
I know state bills affect the entire state, including Los Angeles. In regards to SB 79, no one size fits all. So please consider option 3 as your choice. Option 3 is best for our community, focusing on affordable housing. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, Speaker. Which items or general public?
General comment.
Please begin.
Hi, good afternoon, council members. My name is Chris Ree. I'm an Eagle Rock homeowner and today speaking on behalf of Urban Environmentalist LA. Concentrating housing near transit, jobs, and services reduces sprawl into high fire risk areas at the urban edge. It makes it easier for residents to walk, bike, and take transit instead of driving, reducing emissions and improving air quality. Option 3 allows the most people to live in centrally located neighborhoods with high quality of life, including sustainable transportation options. I also agree with previous speakers that option 3 is also the best way to advance fair housing. If we are serious as a city about climate resilience and ending segregation, we must make it easier and not harder to live near transit. We urge you to adopt option 3.
Who's segregated?
Thank you. Thank you.
Before the next speaker begins, I'll call up a few more names.
segregate
Jesse,
themselves, maybe.
Antonio Hernandez, John Camera, Onion, Daryl Salceda, and Laura.
Onion? Who's Onion?
Hi, Speaker. Well, what did you want to speak to?
I'm speaking on item 4.
General, then. Please begin.
Members of the council, my name is Bobby Garrity. I am a renter, and I'm here because we are in a dire housing crisis. Rents are unaffordable, home ownership is inaccessible, and we have 40,000 people sleeping on the streets every night.
There's audit.
To fix the pains caused by our housing shortage, we need housing abundance. SB 79 was a great step forward. We need much more density, and we especially need it near transit. But our implementation matters. Of the implementation options in the report, option 3 is clearly the best. It is the most equitable and the most feasible. But let's be clear. LA should be leading and exceeding the minimums, not just meeting the state requirements. We should be hastening, not delaying implementation. And we should be working to achieve true housing abundance so that we all can have a decent life. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker.
Of course they do. I'll pause it just a quick second. Of course the liberals want it, Diane, because again, liberals understand that there's way, way, way more poor people, low-income folks, than there are rich folks. So how do you work that in your favor? You pretend to care for those folks, and you promise them things. So then they give you the vote, you get the power. Then obviously you don't give them what you promised them. That's one. 2, all these organizations. Why are there so many organizations? Why? Because these people create them. Because these people funnel the money to them. Then the money goes into these organizations and out everywhere, and some of it comes back to them. So it comes full circle. That's what's happening.
And the next speaker?
For sure. It's easy to take to take advantage of people that are low income and low IQ.
Buenos días. Estoy aquí para hacer un comentario público.
Simple.
I'm here to make general public comment.
They can't do that with wealthy people.
Puede empezar.
Mi nombre es Gloria Villavicencio. Soy trabajadora de comida rápida en Subway.
Hi, my name is Gloria Villavicencio, and I am a Subway worker.
Les pido con urgencia que aprueben la ordenanza del trabajo justo en comida rápida.
And I am asking you to please approve the fast food worker and fair workers ordinance urgently.
Sin más demora, la capacitación conoce tus derechos, me brindó el conocimiento.
And I ask for you to pass that without delay. Through Know Your Rights trainings, I have been able to gain this knowledge.
Y la fuerza de luchar contra todo el robo de salario, cuando descubrimos que mi jefe.
And so through these Know Your Rights trainings, I've been able to gain the knowledge and the strength to be able to fight against things like wage theft.
No, Jamie. Talk about Subway sandwiches like Jared. Eat Fresh.
De mis derechos.
We don't have
we
have a Subway.
I found out through this that my boss was actually violating my rights.
Como conozco mis derechos, estoy haciendo todo lo posible para obtener justicia, pero me preocupa que los otros trabajadores de otras tiendas del mismo dueño
And so through Know Your Rights, I've been able to fight for the justice that I could have. But there are other workers who don't have this.
también están pasando por el mismo problema y no saben qué hacer.
And so these other workers are going through the same issues that I've gone through, and they don't know what to do.
Le instamos a aprobar la ordenanza de los trabajo justo de comida rápida
And so we ask you to please approve the Fair Workers Ordinance for fast food workers,
para que los trabajadores de la comida rápida tengan el conocimiento y la fuerza para defenderse. Así mismos, compañeros de trabajo también, lo siento. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
And so that way, workers have the knowledge and the strength to be able to defend themselves and also their fellow coworkers.
Just wait, in New
Thank you
York
very
in
much.
3 years, 2029, it'll be $30 an hour
Yes, good
minimum.
morning.
Minimum wage, 30 an hour.
Do you want to speak
How
on
much
an
is
item
your
or general public
Big Mac
comment?
going to be in New York?
I didn't hear what you
$20
said.
for the Big Mac meal?
What do you want to speak to?
On item 30?
Okay, please
No
go
more
ahead. You have a minute.
overtime.
do I have
Cut
2
half
minutes
the
or 1 minute?
workers,
Do
all
you want a minute of
kiosks.
general as
That's
well?
what's going to happen.
Could I have
That's
2
what's
minutes?
happening now.
Yes.
All
So
right.
the answer is you have 1 minute for item 30, followed by a minute of general
Then the
public comment. where
food-making
you can
robot
speak on
comes.
anything in
Then they're
city
fucked.
subject matter
Then they'll have
jurisdiction.
no job.
Appreciate that.
They'll be begging to work at
I'm speaking
Subway
on
and getting
behalf
taken
of item
advantage
30.
of.
I would like to make general comments and requested the 2 minutes, which I got them. So my name is Daryl Salceda. I'm here representing the Los Angeles Latino Chamber of Commerce and our membership. We understand that Los Angeles has a streetlight problem, not a broadband problem. And yet today we're talking about tripling the assessment tax on property owners. Let me see. We support funding the streetlights 100%, but what is before us doesn't quite do that. Instead, we're seeing a pivot into government exploring broadband business.
Yeah,
The
right.
city is already experiencing with its Crenshaw Canoga Park project. That's experiencing broadband. So we're here on behalf of the Los Angeles Latino Chamber of Commerce and our members, asking you to please amend the ordinance, and this would help. Again, it would, in these times.
Oh, I get
Please
it.
continue.
Jay Hobbs, you're
in these
right.
times, I'm just thinking that raising property taxes could impact a lot of individuals, and we're asking that you amend this ordinance as well.
But the
I wanna
job
thank you for
market
your
has
time.
shrunk so much.
Thank you.
Ask college
Before
graduates.
the next speaker begins,
They're coming out,
I'll
can't
call
even
up a
find
few more
anything.
names. Audit LA, Gloria V, Scott, Farm Worker, Mike, Quinero de la Cuesta, Charlene Moyer, and Irma Venegas.
They're basically holding on to what they can get, and they're complaining about it.
Public comment.
I'll be speaking to item 4.
Okay, that'll be general. So please begin. You have a minute.
Good morning. Courtney Alicia Miles, Abundant Housing LA. The only constant in life is change, and implementing SB 79 is the optimal opportunity to do just that. If creating space for all livelihoods to flourish in Los Angeles is actually what you want to accomplish. Preserving heritage and cultural legacy is what is at stake in neighborhoods, then giving hundreds of thousands of people the opportunity to create their own legacies and plant roots in high opportunity station areas as amplified in option 3. It advances fairness in how we build. Attempting to block the building of housing closer to amenities, resources, and jobs, the very factors that allow us to improve our lives, is morally bankrupt. Change is just, change is essential, and change is necessary, especially when it involves the greater good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Hi, Speaker. Which items or general
There's
public
Audit
comment
LA.
do you want?
Hi, sir. I want everything. I want the 3 minutes and then the 1 minute.
Okay, so you have 3 minutes for items 1, 2, 5, and 32 through 64, followed by a minute of general. Please stay on topic.
Yes, sir. I'll try. If not, I know smoke and scan will keep me on point. Okay, number 59, I want to talk
that's
about.
4, I think.
Okay, you guys want the LAPD to notify you in all your council districts and come up with a plan right when something important's happening. And you mentioned some very important stuff. You're mentioning school shootings. You're mentioning different things. But what's not listed is the stuff that we've been coming here week after week for 2 years now. Like, where's the plan to ask them to tell you what's going on with all that? with Scientology and all their abuses and everything that we've been coming and all the police, everything we're dealing with the police with that. That is just equally as important. We come to every single commission meeting almost, we've spoken to everyone. And you guys, it mostly seems to fall on deaf ears. There's been, Public Works has made a difference. I know even the police are listening in some level. You guys, nothing. It's like crickets, right, Mr. Lee? But but you don't listen to us, right? But then you want everyone to listen to you guys.
That's it.
And President Dawson, I do appreciate a lot of what you said today at the police commission. Okay, but see, he's not even listening. I listened to every word he said at the police commission. And how ridiculous is that? Okay, and now he's not even listening to what I'm saying. Smoke and Scan. I hope you called it Smoke and Scan. I hope you were watching live. I listened. That's the one with Mr. Council President, his name on it. I forget the number. Okay, we listened. He made a lot of good points, okay? But now, when we come here, there's no listening. So if LAPD calls you on these things for anything, are you going to listen? No, likely not. And then I see a lot of stuff about banners and all that stuff. I don't know. The Smoke and Scan thing, we need the city council to pay for banners and all this nonsense, lighting. Good lighting, yeah, we need lighting, but not colorful, decorative lighting. You guys need to find a way to have, especially since you're so desperate for money, that you are now charging the seniors who need to go to the hospital for advanced life support, or if they fall, you're charging them. So if you have money, okay, I guess that's how you're going to get the money. Right? The seniors fall and you got to pick them up.
Right.
Then, I guess that's how you're going to get the money to pay for freaking banners.
We need the fucking immigrants to get the money. That's how you charge the senior citizen.
About anything right now. No
so
one's
the
listening.
fucking immigrant can get the fucking money.
City count, Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee, are you listening? If you are, you still owe me an apology, sir. Just a reminder. I appreciate it. Eventually, hopefully, you'll get to that. But the city attorney, you're not listening. Nobody's listening. That's how it feels every time we come here. But you know what? There was a respect for the council president when he came and spoke at the police commission. He was respected. Okay, thank you.
General comment.
Okay, so general comment. I'm here to talk about Scientology, of course. Okay, they are now opening their gateway for their new golden age to gear towards children. Mind you, we have given you books, okay? We have spoken, victims have come and spoken on the absolute child abuse and child horror that has happened right here in LA City that you guys ignored. You guys allowed to happen because you care more about their, Scientology's First Amendment than you do about child protection and helping children who have been abused, okay? But you guys don't listen to that. I bet Smoke and Scan would wish you listened to us more. To listen to anyone. Did anyone feel listened to today? I doubt it. It's ridiculous. Okay? I mean, there's serious stuff going on in the city besides banners. And I know there's other very important issues, but I'm here to talk about the abuse of Scientology and its members.
Thank you.
That's it.
Before the next speaker
Thank
begins,
you, out of
I'd
LA.
like to call up Greg Bonet, Danny Jesus Rojas, Peter Hidalgo, and Jenny G.
Yeah, she's
Hi,
right
Speaker.
about
Which
everything.
items or general public comment did you want?
General.
Please begin.
Scott Epstein, Policy Director with Abundant Housing LA. Good morning, Council. This Council directed City Planning to center housing equity in its plan for implementing SB 79. Option 3 is responsive to that direction and would make meaningful progress on affirmatively furthering fair housing. Option 1, on the other hand, is an upzone on paper alone, which will not produce meaningful numbers of housing units and will bake in the patterns of segregation that have plagued our city for decades. The Corridor Transition Area program has not attracted a single application in the last year, and its building standards are not robust enough to overcome high land costs in the high-resource areas city planning is targeting. We all love 1920s fourplexes. That doesn't mean they are feasible in the Miracle Mile 100 years later. Working Angelenos are struggling to maintain a foothold in this city. I ask you to help them remain in the city that they love. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker? Hello, which items or general public comment did you want?
Actually, 4, but I'll do general comment.
Okay, please begin.
On SB 79, it's about not necessarily creating housing, but it is creating a livable city within a city. Being from Van Nuys, we're facing a lot of changes on our area just because the mapping places us as mostly the epicenter in the valley. So we know the challenges. We just want to have a better vision. And I would like to see more architects, more designers who are local, who know our local history, our local people, and everything that is part of LA. Can I go to general public comment?
You're still on it. Please begin. You've got 10
and
seconds.
I want to commend all the women who said about Cesar Chavez, because it takes guts to say something like that, because you don't have to be indifferent on what you've experienced.
Thank you, Speaker.
I'll call up a few more names. Oren Hadar, Huerta, Ron G., William Good, and Peter Hidalgo.
William
Hello,
Good.
Speaker.
Why does
What
that sound
did you wanna
familiar?
speak to?
William Good.
Item number 5 in general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for item number 5, followed by a minute for general. Please begin.
Thank you. Good morning, council members. My name is Irma Lara Venegas. I am a longtime resident of Wilmington, and our community is being overwhelmed by smoke shops that are opening near our schools and parks. Well, they're smoke shops / mini markets. So they sell candy and chips and other snacks that intentionally attract our young people. Within 1 mile, we have 5 smoke shops. Wilmington already has air quality issues, and we must protect our youth from dangerous tobacco products. A temporary prohibition will prevent more shops from opening while other alternative solutions are being worked on. This type of exposure needs to stop. We thank Councilmember McCosker for recognizing this issue and introducing this motion, and we request that you vote yes on the item. Thank you.
No, it's
Thank you.
it's like
Did
a
you want a
vape
minute of
store,
general?
vape and
Okay.
cigarettes.
That's it.
Okay.
Thank
It's a
you.
smoke shop,
Thanks.
not a dispensary. It's a straight smoke shop. But they sell, the
What did you wanna
nitrous that
speak
these
to,
kids are
Speaker?
using,
Item
buzzballs,
number 10, item
things like
30
that.
in general public.
Okay,
Sometimes, you know.
so 10's not open. 30, I think you said yes. So if you want to speak an item 30, you have a minute, and then we'll give you a minute for general, and you can talk about the other items.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. So for item 30, we urge a no vote on the ordinance for item 30 of the Bureau of Street Lighting should work on its core function of providing working street lights throughout the city. We do not need the city to become a mega broadband provider, especially at triple the cost of existing street lighting fees. For item number 10, the ordinance before you uniquely harms Section 8 rental housing providers. Section 8 requires 60 days advance notice for any rent increases and obtaining prior approval for the Housing Authority of the City of Los Angeles. As we already are 50 days past due the newly proposed effective date of February 2nd, the notices for Section 8 will be made invalid by the ordinance. We urge a no vote on this ordinance due to its unfair, inequitable, and damaging impact on Section 8 rental housing providers that are providing desperately needed low-income housing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tight. I haven't heard that in a while.
Hi, Speaker. What did you want to speak to?
I'd like to speak on item 30 and general public comment.
So you have a minute for 30, followed by a minute for general. Please begin.
Thank you. My name is Peter Hidalgo, and I'm with Spectrum. And we recognize that street lighting in Los Angeles is an important priority, especially as it relates to public safety, to neighborhood quality of life, and equitable access to safe streets in every community. Recently, I was driving through one of our neighborhoods in the evening, and you could feel the difference from block to block where lighting was consistent. It felt safe and active. But where there wasn't lights, it changed the experience significantly. And that's why this issue matters. We appreciate the city's efforts to address the challenges, but we respectfully offer a different perspective, and that is how this proposal is being structured. The assessment contemplates a significant increase in revenue, and we believe that there's an opportunity to further strengthen the proposal, focus on the basics of what's needed in Los Angeles, and have 100% of the money go to fixing streetlights, offer a guarantee to Angelenos that their lights are going to be fixed. Instead, the proposal introduces experiments that are potential broadband-related activities, that are being proposed in Canoga Park, already active in Canoga Park and Crenshaw. From our perspective, LA is already well served by multiple broadband providers, and we suggest that you amend the ordinance to accept the original CAO's report that does not include the experiments such as the conduit elements. A clear and focused investment in streetlights will deliver greater and most immediate impact to Angelenos. Thank you.
How about Spectrum worry about giving shitty internet and fixing that?
Oh, you people can
which
kiss
items
the
are general
fattest
public
part of my
comment?
I
ass.
would like to speak on Agenda 59 and
Let
public
these
comment.
idiots worry
So
about
you
the
have
lights.
a minute for
You
each.
worry
Please
about giving
begin.
me shitty internet.
Public Safety Committee report, I feel like it says relative to the current policies and procedures for routine communications with council offices regarding public safety activity within their council districts, including but not limited to school shootings, federal enforcement activities, and protests. When we were protesting the Scientology headquarters in Hollywood, they multiple times are calling the cleanup crews falsely, calling the LAPD falsely. This is causing major unsafe issues for protesters who were born and raised in this cult, that are exposing the family disconnection crimes, the child abuse, the human elderly abuse, that leave people that when they finally do want to leave Scientology and the cult, they end up homeless or on drugs or literally left with no help whatsoever, because they're against psychiatry help, they're against public safety policies because they don't listen to the city, yet they think it's okay to call and make false calls about the police and all that, and have public safety clean up protesting signs that we are protesting. You can't come to a protest that is beautifully protesting. People are getting the word out in a #1 location of Scientology in Hollywood, where they're literally recruiting people to human traffic them and do the same thing they did to me as a child. So why do you have the Hollywood city in any kind of situation stopping protesters, picking up their signs that has nothing to do with their job? And that needs to be known. These are innocent people that are probably going to go get, the sidewalks cleaned or whatever, because they hear false claims from internal Scientologists. So that needs to be an issue. It needs to come up. I have this pamphlet that literally will let you guys know the infiltrating groups that Scientology hides behind. These are the front groups that they get into with the homeless, with mental health programs, all of that. So please be aware when I give this out, please be aware of that.
Thank you, and you can give it to the sergeant.
Before the next speaker begins, I'll call up a few more names.
And
Chris.
before you start, sir, Mr. Herman, please stop making all those gestures while the speaker's trying to speak. It's distracting. You did it before, so this is your first, last, and only warning. But please go ahead.
Don't throw him out.
Yes.
Don't throw
I'd
him
like to
out.
call up Chris Wilson, Scott, Brandon Altilano, Ann Rubin, Aiden Wright, Alexander Dobbs, and Joseph Cohen May.
Sometimes he's like that little kid in class that always got yelled
do you
at.
want to speak to?
That
Hi,
one
my name
kid.
is Oren Hadar, and I'm speaking on
Stop
item
it,
4.
Damon.
Please go ahead. You have a minute for general.
Thank you. Today, SB 79 is forcing us to decide where we should build housing. If you were to put your finger down on a map, you would pick the places being considered today, our city's best neighborhoods. More kids deserve the opportunity to grow up there. Please allow more homes there. But option 1, as currently designed, won't cut it. First of all, the corridor transition program it uses is unworkable. 0 projects proposed in over a year. Option 1 is upzoning on paper only. And second, for bigger properties, option 1 doesn't upzone enough to get them to the threshold where they can be delayed, which means SB 79 would fully take effect for those properties on July 1st. If you want to delay, you need to pass a plan with more slack. Option 3 solves both these problems. It has enough slack to pass muster and will actually get housing
he's
built
on his
now.
phone. Look at him.
Please address the housing crisis with urgency, not delay. Thank you.
The one guy who should be paying attention and that runs the actual meeting
Speaker, which
isn't.
items
Oh,
or
film the
general public
police guy.
comment did you want?
Yeah, general public comment.
Please begin. You have a minute.
Yeah, so last week, the city of Los Angeles reached a settlement with a woman who had been raped by an LAPD officer. This officer took advantage of a woman who was in mental health crisis.
Crazy. He told me
Didn't
about
just have sex with her, he
told
anally
us, not
raped
me.
her, and he fisted her.
Jesus.
And you guys know about that because you guys all voted to pay for the outside counsel to defend the city. Now, Nithya, you're running for mayor. I suggest you pay attention to this and you speak up about it because this officer, ex-officer, needs to be arrested. He needs to be charged. I talked to DA Hockman and he said, ask the LAPD to investigate it, but they investigated it. They tried to bury it. Now, they found sustained complaints that he did all these things, but yet he's not being arrested. What are we doing here? Nithya, you got to decide. Are you going to stand up for women? Are you going to stand up for a rape victim, or are you going to protect an LAPD officer?
No.
It's time to say something. Enjoy your day.
She's a fucking Indian scammer. Don't worry. She will tell you everything you want to hear and then give you nothing. Like a typical Indian scammer.
Item 4 in general public comment.
Okay, so 4 is not open, but you'll have a minute of general.
So
Please
before I
begin.
begin, people have been having their names called on item 4, regardless of whether they put in for general public comment or not. So does that mean that there will be another public comment period on item 4
No,
later
I
in the
don't.
meeting?
I don't believe so. No. So this is your opportunity.
Yes,
in
fisting,
general.
Mike.
So you have a minute.
Apparently it happened.
Yes.
Good
morning.
Our money
Jacob
went
Pierce,
to paying
Abundant
her.
Housing LA,
Our
here in
money.
strong support of
Not their
option
money.
3 and in opposition to option 1. You have important choices before you on the future of our city, but this isn't just about your choices, it's about ours. Giving Angelenos options for places to live if they want to drive less or choose a car-light lifestyle, options for people who cannot drive because of health reasons or because of disability, ways for working and middle-class families to live in the neighborhood of their choice. So we urge you to choose option 3 to allow homes at opportunity stations and continue to ensure compliance with state law. The other 2 options open the city up to legal risk. Option 1 in particular is a minimal fake upzoning, one that will expose the city to lawsuits we can't afford, especially given the state of our recurring budget crisis. Please support option 3. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Hello, Speaker. Which items or general public comment did you want?
Good morning. Item number 30 and general public comment.
Okay, so you have a minute for each. Please begin.
Thank you. Mr. President and council members, my name is Chris Wilson with the Los Angeles County Business Federation, known as BizFed. While we appreciate and support the notion of fixing streetlights throughout the city of Los Angeles, given its aging infrastructure, we are concerned that the item before you is not about that. Instead, we're seeing a pivot into the city of LA, being involved in the broadband business, which this also entertains the idea of tripling the tax assessment on property owners to expand the effort. The city is already experimenting with this in Crenshaw and Canoga Park. Los Angeles is already one of the most connected cities in the world, with multiple private providers competing and investing every day. Respectfully, if this item is about streetlights, let it be about streetlights and maintenance and fixing them, not smoke and mirrors to taxpayers. Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker. Hello, Speaker. Which items or general public comment did you want?
Item 4.
Okay, so you have a minute. Please begin.
Good morning. My name is Ann Rubin from Carthay Circle HPOZ, between 2 purple stops and 99% covered by SB 79. Carthay Circle is a foundational model for planned communities in Southern California, and 100 years later, this put us on the National Register. The famous Carthay Circle Theater was demolished in '69 and spurred our preservation movement. The whole of Carthay Circle is greater than the sum of our parts. We are the caretakers for the next generation. We need mass transit without displacement and gentrification and true affordability. No great city builds a subway or light rail and then destroys its past and the neighborhoods near the transit stops. Option C1 seems like the most responsible choice, and please do two other things. Press our mayor to join the pushback on Sacramento. Establish a strong anti-demolition ordinance so we don't get stuck with more chain link lots. We're going to look back at this as another era
What's up,
of
Sky?
urban renewal.
You missed
Thank
it
you.
again. I played your song again. You missed it.
Hi, Speaker. Which items or general public comment did you want?
General public comment regarding item number 4.
Excellent. Please begin.
We need to be building a lot more housing in Los Angeles, and we need to do it in a way that's equitable, which is why I urge you to
Equitable?
support option 3
Equitable.
to actually get housing built. While all the 3 options may technically meet the requirements of the law, and that's not certain, there are big fair housing consequences that are not being discussed. By 2030, all of the SB 79 capacity must be accommodated. If we're going to do the minimum possible upzoning now, that means in 3 years, either we're going to need to go back and significantly upzone these areas, or we're going to need to add all this additional density in low resource areas. And I think if either of those options were explicitly before you, there'd be a lot more people out here speaking out. So I think that if you're going to not do option 3, that we should be having that discussion now.
Not one.
There's also the question if corridor transitions provide adequate capacity on a per lot basis. It doesn't meet the 50% threshold for all lots. And also the city's capacity analysis assumes the redevelopment of RSO buildings, which would lead to a lot of displacement if that were to actually happen. So I urge you to make the safest and most equitable choice with option 3. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, not one is listening. You're right, Fifu. Not one of them.
Hi, Speaker. Which items or general public comment did you want?
Item number 4, general comment for item number 4.
Okay, so you have a minute for general. Thanks.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alex Dobbs. I'm the lead organizer of the Faith and Housing Coalition, and I'm here to echo
Faith and
the
Housing
sentiments of all my
Coalition.
colleagues that have come before me to urge you to vote for option 3
Faith
for
and
the
housing.
SB 79 implementation. Just want to say really briefly, just
Faith plus 1.
AB 686 was passed in 2018. That is a state law that mandates every public agency to combat housing discrimination and overcome historic patterns of segregation by affirmatively furthering fair housing. Option 3 is the only option that really embodies the spirit to affirmatively further fair housing and give opportunity for low-income residents to live in high-opportunity areas and also take displacement pressures off of tenants in low-income areas. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Before the next speaker begins, I'll call up a few more names. Candido, Thomas Irwin, Carmina Calderon, Oren Hadar, Alex Dobbs, Smoke and Scan, and Jacob Pierce.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Technically, that's what, 8?
Good morning. My name
Or
is
an 8?
Larry Watts. I'm speaking on item number 4.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
I'm a former chair of the Brentwood Community Council and former vice chair of the Westside Regional Alliance of Council. And I'm here to address the proposition that we do need to address our housing problem, and we believe that a good compromise at this time is option C1. It will provide increased housing and yet preserving our historic communities. And that's what we support for our city. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I don't know about that. If it's got a permanent.
My name is
presidents.
Aiden Wright. I'm
But it's been
speaking
talked
on,
about.
Number 4, general comment.
The show has
Good
been
morning. You
talked
have 1
about.
minute. Go ahead.
All right. I would like to speak in favor of option 3. I have lived in many cities all around the world, and the best places to live in those cities has always been directly in connection with a public transit station. Los Angeles, many of its public transit connections do not have effective housing directly in connection. SB 79 was directly created to address this. By choosing to go with option 1, we're effectively creating a fictitious promise for more housing because developers are going to just wait for that timeline to expire, where they would not invest in actually building 3-story developments if they have the promise of being able to have a much more lucrative option extending out just a couple of years. So I would strongly support we oppose option 1 and support option 3 for this. Thank you.
No, thank you. Yeah. What up, Taj? How are you? I think Herman's the one who signs up as
I'll call up a
Smoking
few
Scam.
more
I don't know,
names.
Ethan.
Daryl Salceda, Shelley Wagers, Bobby Garrity, Barbara Briode.
See, I don't know who's signing us up, but I would assume it's Herman. Or 3-inch Shrimp, but he's not there today, so one would assume it's Herman. Because, Spindler never mentions us. Nobody else other than Stacy, and Stacy's not doing that. She's signing up as her.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Good morning. I would like to speak to item 4, and I respectfully ask for the attention of the council while I do so.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment. You can speak to number 4. Go ahead.
I miss him
Thank
too,
you.
Doom.
Shelley Wagers, Beverly Grove Neighborhood
He'll be back.
Association. SB 79 disrupts established neighborhoods and intact communities. My own, Beverly Grove, qualifies for relief by virtue of existing housing capacity, but only under option B. Community leaders here today may differ on the options, but we all agree on this. During the effectuation delay, this council must make every effort to get SB 79 amended and to limit the damage meanwhile. The city needs to concentrate development on corridors, impose density incentives that can be lifted, and verify planning permits and funding before any demolition. First, do no harm. Second, take the fight to Sacramento. Thank you.
I'll call up a few more names. Antonio Hernandez.
So you're going to fight their own?
Uzi, Larry Watts, Chris Wilson, and Gloria Villavicencio.
Yeah, so that's crazy. You're going to fight the people that they're on the same side of. Good luck with that one.
So I
man.
don't see anybody standing up. If your name was just called, please stand up and make your way to the left-hand side of council chambers. I think one person in the back.
Do jury duty? And not unless I'm called. I haven't been called. I was a long, long time ago, but I didn't get picked.
And they're leaving. Okay.
Council President, those were all the names called for public comment.
Yeah, they're not going to, right? Part makes no sense. Why would they fight their own? That's their boss. Going to fight Gavin? It's their own boss. He sucks Gavin's dick.
All right, that
sure
concludes
of it.
public comment for today's meeting. Madam Clerk, what items are available for votes at this time?
Thank you, Mr. President.
Verbally.
Before we continue, do any members have any other items to call special?
All right, so I guess that's it, man. Did Herman get kicked out? No, he didn't get kicked out. So I guess that was it. So we caught up. We're all caught up. What we missed yesterday, what we had today, we got it all caught up. He is a joke. I think he's going to get caught up in his own lies about getting pulled over like 3 times in 2 days because he was black. Yeah. We got the police commission looking in on that. Just like I told Audit LA. We'll see. We'll see. Paid me for my gas. Jury duty was not picked. Excused. Okay. Yeah, that's how it happens sometimes. So yeah, I'm going to be here doing eBay. So if their chase pops off, I'll be able to hop on with you guys right away. Other than that, I guess I'll see you on Friday, 10:15 a.m. for on Friday, but not at 10:15 a.m. Probably around closer to 11:30 noon, only because I spare you guys of that fucking hour and a half of presentations they do every Friday, as you all know. So we just come right in for public comment, then we're out, and then we pull the eject button because I'm not wasting an hour and a half of knee bending to every political group, to every fucking religious group, just to get votes. I'm all good on that shit. Fuck that. So I guess that's it for now. Thank you guys for everything. The likes, the love, the donos, the thumbs ups work, and they are free, and I appreciate every one of them. At least we got to see Stinkums. He was here today with us all morning, so that was fun. So I guess that's it for now. keep the notifications on in case we get us a chase. And if not, I'll see you Friday. Enjoy your day. Bye.
This party is officially over.
See you guys.